13. Weird buses and vans. Buses are supposed to be practical, right? But what if I told you that some buses and vans were so strange, they look like they belong in a sci-fi movie? From icy glaciers to airport boarding machines, we've counted down the 13 weirdest buses ever built. Buckle up, this is a ride you'll never forget. Number 13. Glacier Bus, Iceland. Starting at number 13, Iceland's Glacier Bus isn't your ordinary city vehicle. It's a mountain-conquering machine. These towering buses are made on the modified Mercedes-Benz Unimogs, which are raised on glaciers, volcanic plains, and frozen rivers where ordinary buses would have sunk. Massive low-pressure tires are used to distribute the load. Portal axles increase ground clearance, and the articulated suspension leveling uneven surfaces. The panoramic views of glaciers ensure that passengers are kept warm inside. To access artificial ice tunnels on Langjökull, drivers use GPS, signs, and experience to arrive at their locations. It's a true marriage of tourism and survival in one unforgettable machine. Number 12. Auto Tram Extra Grand, Germany. What if a tram could leave its tracks and glide through city streets? Germany's Auto Tram Extra Grand does just that, stretching a jaw-dropping 30 meters with multiple articulated sections. Designed by the Fraunhofer Institute, it aimed to match tram-level capacity, around 250 passengers, without rails or expensive infrastructure. Sophisticated electronic steering ensures every section follows precisely, making turns safer and boarding faster through multiple doors. While it looks like a moving street train, it's fully classified as a road vehicle. Balancing weight, stopping power, and urban maneuvering presented challenges. Though never widely adopted, it's a striking vision of high-capacity road transport that blends tram efficiency with bus flexibility. Number 11. Aerotrain Shuttle Bus, France. Number 11 brings us to France, where the Aerotrain type of the late 1960s are like the buses of a sci-fi film. Along with the experiments that were going on with high-speed transport, Michelin engineers experimented with using rubber tires on buses to provide smooth and fast travel. Its appearance is made resembling an aircraft fuselage on wheels by the use of aerodynamic shells, low floors, and panoramic windows. Tire technology and multi-axle configurations were specialized to improve stability, and the interiors were designed to be comfortable to travel long distance. Created as test grounds instead of production, they experimented with speed, aerodynamics, and ride quality in decades before the era. These buses demonstrate the way in which French engineers could reinvent what road transport would be. Number 10. UAZ-452 Bukhanka, Soviet Union. The number 10 is the UAZ-452 of Russia, also known as the Bukhanka, or the loaf of bread. Its split windshield, boxy form, and cab-forward design provides maximum interior space to both passengers and cargo. Constructed in the 1960s to go over rough terrains, it has four-wheel drive and high ground clearance to go over snow, mud, and unpaved roads. There are ambulances, military transports, and minibuses. It is plain and noisy in the inside, yet very dependable, the sort of thing you would need in Siberia or in a far-off village. The rugged design, mechanical simplicity, and practicality have seen it through. Like it or not, the Bukhanka remains incomparable and iconic even in Russia and former Soviet countries. Number 9. Superbus, Netherlands. Number 9 is the Superbus from the Netherlands, a low aerodynamic marvel that looks like a limousine fused with a futuristic coach. It was constructed by astronaut Wubbo Ockels and ranged a distance of 15 meters with numerous gull-wing doors that led to the passengers. The interior has aircraft-style seats, which are more comfortable and fast than standing seats. The electric propulsion enables high-speed traveling up to 250 kilometers per hour, and stability during the high speed is ensured by the suspension and chassis geometry. It is such a daring point of view of what road transport might become: fast, sleek, and luxurious. There was a challenge in putting it into practical use, but the Superbus still stands as a mouth-gaping representation of futuristic design, which challenges the limits of traditional bus engineering. Number 8. Camel Bus, Cuba. Coming in at number 8, Cuba's Camelo, or Camel Bus, solved a transport crisis in Havana. In the 1990s, interlude tractor units were used to move semi-trailer passenger compartments that were two-hump-shaped. Both had a capacity of more than 100 passengers and had to depend on the open windows and roof vents to provide ventilation. The long braking distances and strange handling had to be handled by drivers and the passengers packed in instead of being comfortable. These buses had been popular icons of Cuban ingenuity in the special period fuel shortage. Retired with the advent of modern imports, the Camello remains as a mind-blowing piece of non-traditional urban transport made as a necessity and with creative design. Number 7. Neoplan Jumbo Cruiser, Germany. Number 7 is Germany's Neoplan Jumbo Cruiser, a double-decker, double-articulated bus towering above ordinary traffic. At 18 meters long, it can carry over 140 passengers and combines 2 decks with a flexible joint for maneuverability. Upper decks offer panoramic views, while precise route planning is required to avoid obstacles. Its size demanded infrastructure consideration for bridges, stations, and turning circles. Fuel-hungry and rare, it was mostly used for tours or high-capacity travel. The Jumbo Cruiser demonstrates how far bus engineering can be pushed, merging scale, comfort, and extreme articulation into one unforgettable colossal machine. Number 6. Volkswagen Type 2 Half-Track. The Volkswagen Type 2 Half-Track at number 6 looks like a civilian van fused with a military machine. Mid-20th century conversions replaced the rear wheels with tracks, allowing alpine travel through snow, soft terrain, and ski resort routes. The rear engine layout redirected power to the tracks, while the front wheels handled steering, keeping it practical for passengers and equipment. Inside, it offered enclosed comfort compared to open snow machines. These conversions were rare but functional, showing how one mechanical change could transform a familiar van into an off-road marvel. The Type 2 Half-Track remains an iconic example of creative adaptation, merging everyday design with extreme utility for winter transport. Number 5. Tilling-Stevens Petrol-Electric Bus, Britain. Decades before hybrids were common, Britain's Tilling-Stevens buses combined petrol engines with electric drive. The petrol engine powered a generator, supplying electricity to traction motors, so wheels turned electrically while the engine acted as an onboard power source. This removed complex gearboxes, making stop-and-go driving easier. Some buses even supplied external electricity when stationary. They served municipal fleets and commercial operators reliably, though maintenance demanded dual expertise in engines and electrical systems. Over time, conventional transmissions reduced their advantage. Historically, they were among the earliest serious hybrid road passenger vehicles, decades ahead of their time, blending innovation, efficiency, and practical urban operation in one unusual design. Number 4. Renault TN6C. Open platform, Paris at number 4 is Paris's Renault TN6C from the 1930s, which was a 6-wheeled bus with a permanently open rear platform. Passengers boarded while the vehicle was in motion, with a conductor managing fares while the driver focused on steering, allowing fast urban flow. The rounded front, long body, and extra axle supported standing passengers, creating a hybrid between bus and tram. Narrow proportions suited Paris streets, and the 6-wheel layout improved weight distribution. Boarding was practical, but exposed to traffic. Post-World War II, safety expectations shifted to enclosed sections, yet the TN6C remains iconic, captured in photographs of bustling streets, blending efficiency, charm, and daring urban engineering. Number 3, Australia's triple-trailer passenger transport. In Australia's remote outback, road train buses reimagined long-distance transport. A truck cab pulled 2 or 3 articulated passenger trailers across hundreds of kilometers of rough terrain. Engines handled heavy loads under heat, dust, and corrugated surfaces, while trailers had reinforced suspension for stability. Interiors ranged from basic utility seating to padded long-distance comfort. Maneuvering required skill due to length, narrow shoulders, and long braking distances. These buses served mining workers and isolated communities, carrying large numbers where rail was impractical. Though largely replaced by modern coaches, road train buses remain a striking example of transport directly adapted to geography, combining industrial robustness with human mobility. Number 2. Citroën U55 Citayama Glass Bus, Paris. The Citayama Glass Bus at number 2 was built for panoramic sightseeing, with enormous side windows and a largely transparent roof. Passengers could see monuments from every angle, including upper facades and domes normally hidden by standard buses. Reinforced but visually light framing supported the glass while minimizing obstruction. Heat buildup was managed with roof vents and sliding panels panels. The lower body retained classic coach proportions, but the upper half appeared almost fully transparent, resembling a greenhouse on wheels. Post-war tourism loved it, offering fully enclosed panoramic viewing. Even today, surviving images make it look futuristic, a bold experiment in visibility-driven design where function directly shaped the form. Number 1. Brudera 2-level airport bus, Switzerland. Switzerland's Brudera bus at number 1 redefines airport transport. With 2 passenger decks, it aligns directly with aircraft doors, including upper decks for large planes like the Airbus A380. Adjustable suspension and lifting platforms ensure precise boarding. The lower deck moves passengers normally, while the upper deck stacks above like a mobile terminal. Interior layouts emphasize standing space, handrails, and wide aisles, optimizing quick loading. Road mobility is secondary. Stability, precision, and alignment with aircraft geometry dominate design. Visually, it resembles a moving terminal more than a bus. These specialized vehicles operate daily, showing how extreme functional requirements can produce extraordinary purpose-built engineering that captivates at first sight. If you find this video interesting, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more content like this. Share your thoughts in comments section. See you in next video.